So guys, this is kind of funny because we actually recorded this video, but I'm in the most jankiest setup known to man at this moment in time. But it was Garbu who messed up his audio for once, so I'm happy with that. You know what? I can't.
A
I can't be
commenter
blamed for
who
anything.
did not be named had a particular audio issue, and I have a cold, so
Yeah, it's
I
alright.
sound
I've got no swearing.
oh God! No!
Right,
Just,
okay,
okay,
so
go beep
pretty
beep all
yeah,
that.
we're gonna have to. Yeah, I'll bleep it.
Okay.
So pretty much, YouTube's being iffy with us again. So we're going to have to pretty much just stop swearing for a while. It's a bit annoying, but like it means we can. Actually have
YouTube's being a
videos,
Rudy
which would
Poo
be
poopy
nice.
pants, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, pretty much. So anyway, look, guys, we're here for what's this RPG consent checklist. So it's essentially like what would you call this? Like X Cards 2?
I would call this like,
pathetic.
is your game fun or not?
Pretty much. So I think we can make this into like a high score. Let's just go through it. We already did this video, but it was just me talking to myself. That's the only audio that was saved. So let's just see what happens. So RPG checklist. So GM name, player name, or leave blank. Why would they leave it blank?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Like,
You can't. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You see, that's this is triggering me. I can't tell you these problems, even though they're obviously big issues to me. See, this is the problem with X cards and stuff. There's no one that could actually. People that would benefit from X cards just shouldn't be playing role-playing games altogether.
They shouldn't be in public,
the only
really.
people that
stay
they really
caved.
should. So most of the stuff is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
most of the stuff it actually is involved in almost every game I've ever played in. And these people need to sort their lives out. So like, we're gonna speed run this because last time we did this, it turned into a 40-minute video, and Garbu lost his audio. So we're gonna try and hit the 15-minute mark. You guys ready? Let's do this. Like horror, bugs, ridiculous. Most monsters are bugs. Blood. I knew a chef, and he had a thing about blood. Really didn't like it, and it was actually really funny because. He would actually like near faint. He was a good chef. Well, he wasn't a good chef. He was actually a horrible chef, but he was a good guy to work with. You know,
He's a great person.
Yeah, he's a great person, but like when it comes to his actual like chefing abilities, bit to be desired. If I be honest with you, but yeah, it was kind of funny. Honestly, how do you do blood? How do you do combat at all if there's no blood? I mean, it's not often that I would actually mention blood. Like I wouldn't really talk about it all that much, but like you know what's there.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta make gory details, and I think it was here with the horror stuff, like the bugs, the blood, the eyeballs, the gore. I said what I believe is going to be an infamous statement, and that is that players do not get consent in horror games. Like, it's a horror game on purpose, and if you give in players, honestly, in horror games like this, you don't deserve consent. Like you're playing a horror game.
How do you consent? Like, well, if you're playing it, you're already consenting to it anyway. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, yeah, I want to play a horror game. Oh my god, I got grossed out in a horror game. Oh,
ew, yucky. That's bad.
Then you don't play in a horror. Like, see, this is the thing. See all this sort of stuff. See, anytime I do like videos about X cards or just like Wizards of the Coast Guard, no, but it feels like such a pointless thing to talk about. You know what I mean? Because it is such a pointless thing. Anyone that actually is even somewhat reasonable. I'm not even saying reasonable, because any decent human being could be like, yeah, this is kind of ridiculous. But the problem is we actually have to talk about it, and that's the biggest issue that I've got. How far have we came? How bad is this going to get? Where, like, honest to God, how far we've came since Gamergate, man. How far we've came. The world changed. Blast from the past. I was actually reading stuff by Gamergate not that long ago, because it was so long aago. I thought, you know what, I'll go back over it and see what actually, like, see if there was anything that I missed at the time. It was kind of interesting, to be honest with you, because it is like pure internet history at this point, I suppose. The first true meme war, you know, or some people say that
I was there.
The meme war never was. Yeah, your father was a soldier in the meme war. Was it the Clone Wars? Yeah,
Clone Wars.
Something all right. So anyway, like all this horror stuff, that's ridiculous. Get that out. Spiders, get over yourself. That's I really like the lots of my game. By the way, I'm just gonna do this.
Like literally, you could say, "Hey, don't be a in my game." That's all like half the issues.
Yeah, that would just sort
of.
Have
you tried not being a big wastrel vagina?
stop being a wet lettuce for 5 minutes.
A wet lettuce? Is that what you fucking said?
It is. It's a wet lettuce, you know what I mean? Like a wet paper bag, just someone who's, you know what I mean? They're just so flimsy, they're so pathetic.
If
you
were
like,
a pussy, be wet, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, in the good way, unless you're Ben Shapiro's. I still can't believe he actually said that. Is Ben Shapiro self-aware or not a lot of the time?
Ben Shapiro has
you know
to be the most unself-aware person I've ever seen in my life.
The guy's he's a genius when it comes to like online marketing. Like the guy knows how to make himself into a meme. Like he is a walking meme at this point.
He bought a plank of wood from Lowe's.
That was the ultimate example.
I bought wood. It's great wood. Fantastic wood. Ben Shapiro, what are you doing? Stop it.
No, but that was the whole point, though. He knew what he was doing. Honestly, I think Ben deserves a lot of credit when it comes to actual that sort of stuff. I think he is actually. Yeah, he actually is. He's really underrated in that department. But anyway, so yeah, horror, absolutely ridiculous. Say if you're signing up for a horror game and you need this, go home and just don't come back.
Yeah.
Relationships, honestly, this type of stuff's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, seduce
me. I'm not really, like, it's one of those ones, like, I don't know, I would just feed to black, but even then, it never really comes up in my games. But then again, we worked out last time, I've actually played 2 gay characters back to back at this point now.
Gachimuchi Skeletor.
Yeah, Gachimuchi Skeletor, and the guy from Good Warrior. Yeah, it was a Good Warrior, the guy with and he had like the femboy in the back. It was pretty much garbing as him. Like, they're both fun characters, I don't care. And like, well, I suppose it didn't like come up. I don't there was no like actual, it was just part of the character, I suppose. But Skeletor is gay as far as I'm concerned. I'm pretty sure he's like a gay icon at this point. So, it adds up. It adds up. Honestly, I suppose this isn't, again, this is one of the ones where anytime I see this sort of stuff, it probably only should exist for like maybe conventions.
Or like children. Maybe there's
children,
kids playing.
Yeah, children, or maybe Adventure League, that sort of thing. But even then, I just don't see a point in this sort of stuff. And really, if you end up playing a game with someone and they filled it with loads of stuff that you're really not interested in, well, I suppose if you play 5e, that's going to be an issue for you because there's a DM shortage. But if you play any other game, I'm sure you probably won't have half as much of an issue with that. Just play with the people that you want to play with, and you're probably going to avoid a lot of these issues. So. I don't know, sort yourself out, guys. That's all I can say about this. It's just ridiculous, and I absolutely hate it. That's all I can say. I hate this.
Well, like the one down below, I think I talked about this last time too. The social and cultural issues, homophobia, racism, sexism. Like again,
depends on the
your
world.
players should not have consent in it. Like if you're a tiefling running around a fucking normal city, you're like, wow, why is there a fucking literal demon here? They're gonna be mean to you because. You're trying to.
You're a little devil spawn.
But like, you're just
4 back to back.
You're just some weird demon person. Like, okay, this guy shouldn't be here, and they're gonna be mean to you. If you're an Oni or a Goliath in a town full of halflings, they're gonna be kind of racist towards you.
Yeah, pretty. But this is the thing. I think it's a very American, and I suppose because the role-playing games are American, I feel like that's kind of like birthed from that. I don't know. Maybe my views are very different. Like, I live in Northern Ireland, and it's pretty well known that white European
Protestants.
Oh no! Well, that too. No, I know. I hate everyone evenly. Okay, guys, it's different. Okay, but you know what I mean. If 2 white European Christian groups can't live in the same place together, and there's just constant at each other's throats, I don't know. I feel like it's because Americans don't really see it as much, or they don't really come in contact with it half as much, But then again, in the UK as well, I feel like racism isn't really a thing, and I don't really think it really exists the way I hear about it in America. I would say more classism does exist though, because it's more common. You can
we're
see
a classy place. What can I say?
Classism. I think it leads in more that you can see it, and people are a bit more. They would talk about it, and they would be pretty much upfront about it, and it wouldn't be like a taboo subject compared to racism, for instance, where a lot of people, you just can't even bring up the subject. To a lot of people, it's just not worth talking about. You're probably going to get into any issue, and anyone that does actually have any interest in talking about these matters would automatically be like, "Oh, why do you want to talk about this? You must be racist." You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Whereas classism, I think, is very different. Yeah. But yeah, pretty much homophobia, racism, real-world religion, sexism.
Your players do not deserve consent to that. You can't, you can't be racist against my tiefling. I'm gonna be so racist.
Yeah.
Extra racist.
But
I hate tieflings. I hate tieflings.
You see this on all the time. I always see it. It's one of the biggest ones that I see people bring up. It's like, oh, why are people racist to my tieflings? Like, because you're literally a demon. This is the thing. Like, the tieflings just shouldn't have been in the player's handbook. You can make them unearthed arcana. That's fine, I suppose. But people should. But again, like, it's people's own worlds, and if they want to do it, they can do whatever they want. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think this is one of the biggest problems with 5e as a whole. I feel like 5e it's dedicated towards the players, which isn't exactly a bad thing, but it's really not.
It is absolutely a bad thing. Players.
Yeah. Well, it probably should.
I mean, frick those players. There you go. Frick those players.
Hey, settle down, buckos. Friendos. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Yeah, I'm going to have to bleep so much.
I know. I'm sorry.
Honestly, no, it's all right. Don't worry about it. It's just going to.
I am soldier. I cannot stop. Please help me.
I know. Honestly, homophobia. Again, it just depends on the game world. It depends on your DM, and honestly, it depends on your group. Like, if it's something that you guys want to do, if it's something you guys are you interested in racism and homophobia?
Do I have a game for you? The Tiefling Underground Railroad coming to a store near you.
But you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah. I think there's a lot of people that just can't get any nuance.
And I think we both agreed that the next portion is just lazy players, like thirst, torture,
mental and physical health.
Yeah. Police aggression makes me laugh, though. Like,
I thought that
all guards are bastards,
I mean, like, all cops are breedable, but anyway, I don't know about that. I don't know how much I approve of the enforcers of a tyrannical state, but either way, mental health and physical health.
When we were discussing the cancer thing, and this is what I want to kind of touch on. I want to reiterate the whole healing potion thing, because it seems like the healing potion thing, it varies from game to game, but a lot of games don't do it right. Like when I told you in the Veil Rider universe and Emily Brown's universe, when you get shot and someone's healing you, they're healing the flesh in front of the bullet, so your body will give birth to a piece of lead. So because the flesh is closing in a V shape and it's pressing the bullet out, because you can't heal it behind the bullet because then it's going to seal that thing in. And you have to heal in front of it. So your body's going to give birth to multiple shells. And as well, I believe I mentioned flesh trauma. So in my setting, when the flesh is too traumatized by damage, like burning or shrapnel, you can't always heal it completely. And I think a lot of games are too lenient on the miracle healing potion. Oh, look, my sword wound is fully healed. It'd be like basically liquid stitches. Like, it goes and goes, okay, that's an open wound. And it'll just kind of seal all that flesh back together.
It'll go apart as best as it can.
Yeah.
Would that be is that a good way of putting it?
And I told you about the character in one of the books. I'm sorry if this spoils something for you guys who might get into the series, but one of the characters, their eyeball gets really damaged, and it's a healer looking down at the body going, okay, I gotta get that eyeball out. Because in my setting, if the flesh is too traumatized, it won't heal correctly. Like, say you have a damaged eyeball and you go to heal it, it's simply going to mold over with like kind of imperfect flesh, and the eyeball is not going to be fully healed. And all the power of healing gets siphoned off into that really horrible mangled flesh. So in the book, they scoop out their eyeball like out of their socket, because the eyeball is so ruined it's going to foul up the heal. That way all the healing goes into making sure the eyeball socket is clean and fully healed, and it heals the good eye. And a lot of lazy games and lazy D&D players, they always like, okay, I have a healing potion. Oh, my miscarriage is all fixed. Like, no, it's not how that works at all.
Yeah.
Like,
although, okay, you know what? I've got a good one for you. How would you approach the combat wheelchair then in your game?
I would kick them down a staircase. That was what I would do.
So, I don't know if you know this, but we've got a website with lots of models. And whenever I say lots of models, I mean lots of models. We've got models for any setting that you can think of. With humans with biddies, animals that shouldn't have biddies but do have biddies, dwarves and elves with biddies. Look, we've got a lot of smut models. But it doesn't stop there. We really do have models for anything and everything. And to be honest, they look so good. chef's kiss, so good. But it's not all smut for all you good Christian Minecraft server players. We've got you covered. And we even got the weebs covered too, which is unusual for this channel because we don't like weebs.
The weebs aren't that bad, okay? They're just fun to laugh at.
We also have 5th edition subclasses and adventures, which some of them are free for download, and we sell a physical printed copy of Steel Water as well, and you can request a signed version if that's your thing, where I'll draw a penis on it for you.
If you want us to sign a couple decks, we'll give you decks, okay, guys? That's what
anyway,
you want.
If you enjoy what we do here, go ahead and check out the website. It helps us out so much, and we don't need to worry about our YouTube overlord striking down another one of our channels. Our website is also now available as an app on Android. Also, and the winner of the daily giveaway is this guy! Yay! Woo!
Look, anyway, in for a chance to win, all you gotta do is like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, automatically entered in.
And to claim the prize, you just send an email to neckbeardiacontact@gmail.com. Let's get back to the video.
So mental health, cancer, that's such a rare thing. I've never really came across it.
The cancer thing, that's right. Like, me and you were talking about how, like, you need, like, a really, like, if a character has cancer, it'd be a really cool arc, because you gotta find a really good healer.
Yeah, you could.
Healer surgeon, or healer and a surgeon.
You could work something with it.
It's for sure.
It's just never something that's really came up. I think the closest you can say to like cancer in games would maybe be a curse.
Yeah,
like you know,
a cancer curse. Skedaddle, you have eye cancer.
No, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just never anything that's ever came up in games. Claustrophobia, that's absolutely ridiculous. Dungeon crawling,
you're in a dungeon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's get that sorted out. Freezing to death. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to get some logs. You're gonna have to. Did you forget your tinderbox? Did you forget it? Yes, you did.
No! Did someone not buy all of the quotes? So you're gonna die in the forest, buddy.
Yeah.
It's the worst game ever.
Gaslighting, that is literally the DM's job, like, at every opportunity.
If you can't gaslight your players, being a DM's not fun, right? It's your job to gaslight your players.
Yeah, that it unironically is the job of the player of the DM. I don't care what anyone else says.
I'm gonna gaslight you so hard.
Yeah. Wait, what did you say? No, you never said that. What are you talking about? No.
Like, I will openly lie to their I will lie to their face. What? No, it never happened. Like, what are
you talking about? Are you saying that? No, you must be completely.
You're clearly remembering. Did you write it down? No. Then I guess it didn't happen. Then, like, why?
No. So gaslighting, that's just part and parcel. Genocide. I mean, does any campaign not have genocide at one point?
If your game lacks genocide, you're not having fun.
Yeah, pretty much. Heat stroke, exact same as freezing to death, just in reverse.
Just drink water,
so. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say about that. I think it's like, honestly, I feel like whoever brought this up, their DM said, okay, you guys have been going for ages in desert, you suffer heat stroke. And they're like, no, I don't suffer heat stroke. And now they've done this as a way of, heat stroke triggers me. And then, you know,
heat stroke triggers me. What are you, fat?
Yeah, pretty much. All right, let's keep going.
I'm twigged by stales.
No. Why is there no
stairs? Give me stairs on here.
Why is there no escalators, Paul? What's this about? Anyway, so natural disasters, earthquakes, forest fires. I mean, like, I've pretty much every time I'm in a forest, I start a forest fire.
Literally, if you're playing with a wizard, those trees catch on fire.
Games. Yeah, I mean, every wizard I've ever met loves Fireball. What else?
I remember there's Eric Cocker I was DMing for. He set a forest on fire on purpose to flush out the gnolls. I was like, God. Well, okay, so what will happen? Well, you burnt down 4 acres of forest. He's like, what? Yeah, like, you've displaced like 30 species, you dickhead.
I mean, like, he had a good idea. Like, well, could he not fly about over the top of it if he's got an Eric Cocker, you know what I mean?
Well, no. Like, remember, Eric Cocker can't fly. Only the Oh, no, sorry. It was a Kinku, not an Aarakocra.
Oh, it was a Kenku. Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay. Never mind. Anyway, yeah, that happens all the time. Paralyzed, that's an effect in game.
Yeah,
I
just
don't
get
care.
over it.
You get over yourself. You're getting paralyzed. I'm sorry. You feel you can't save.
Get paralyzed, stupid.
I feel like paralyzed and spiders. Someone had an experience once, and they just don't want to have to deal with that again. Police aggression. I mean, I'm sorry, the guards are going to chase after you if you do something. Pregnancy, miscarriage, or abortion. I mean, yeah, I get that. A lot of people aren't interested in that sort of
That'd be
stuff.
really weird
It's
to have
not
a
like
campaign.
it's
so your
not something
job's
that
to
I would
find the
choose.
missing fetus. Excuse me?
It's not. Well, you know what? I did play. Me and Teal played it not that long ago. We played it like 2 weeks ago.
How am I not surprised Teal's involved?
Yeah, we played Vengers, the Good Samaritan. It's essentially he got into a lot of bother with it at the time. It was the whole weed v load thing, and he's very anti-abortion, so he made like a adventure about it all. And like, you know, the thing is, Venger is he likes to parody stuff, and he likes to, his stuff's really, like, I would call it almost on the autism spectrum, to put it nicely. You know, it's wacky. Like, let's just put it like that.
The
It's
party
like,
burns down the abortion center in D&D 5e.
No. Well, he did more than that. But I think he played it very straight, which is unusual for him because all his other stuff is so wacky, which makes me lead to believe that it actually it isn't just like reactionary. He didn't make it just to trigger the libs. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? I think he actually did make it because he genuinely, it's a form of, Your Honor, Your Honor, it was political satire. Yeah, no, you know what I mean? Like all that sort
I
of
burned down that abortion center in self-defense.
Yeah, exactly. But again, like, that's just not something I would really bring up.
That'd be weird having a game, though. Like,
I feel like the only time you're going to have this sort of thing, like RPG consent checklist, would be at like a con or at like an adventure league, and honestly I just wouldn't put that in there. Well, that's what most of them are, let's be serious, but that's neither here nor there. But that, I think that is the biggest issue, and that's something that I just wouldn't bring in if I wasn't playing with people that already knew. You know what I mean? It's not really something you would really bring up. Self-harm, I mean, players do that all to themselves all the time, let's be serious.
Falls in love with NPCs, self-harm immediately.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of like, it's all about giving the players that rope just long enough so they can strangle themselves. You know what I mean? Let them do it themselves. Like, you know, a player's never been killed for no reason. Let's be serious. Severe weather, hurricanes, tornadoes, ridiculous. Why is that not in with natural disasters anyway? Sexual assault. I don't really get it. I mean, I'll tell you a good example. So this guy that I know, he's an RPG writer. He wrote the book of Antithesis. Me and Garb reviewed it about. I think it was like back in like March or so, maybe. But anyway, so he was DMing at a con one year, and he got his wife, and his wife ruined it for everyone.
The dwarf.
Yeah. So what happened was he set up the game. I don't know the details of the game, but his wife decided she wanted to play as an El Lapis dwarf, and every time the dwarf El Lapis someone, the dwarf would put a other bell in its hair or its beard. So of course you can imagine this beard full of jingling bells. Yeah, essentially. You should.
The bells are a warning, buddy.
Yeah, apparently the look of absolute horror and disgust on the other players was
she has 30 bells. 30 bells.
Yeah. So yeah, apparently, you know what, you can make sexual assault fun. Oh my god, I'm probably gonna have to cut that.
Probably.
Oh my god, I'm definitely gonna have to cut that. Starvation. I mean, again, that falls in with the freezing to death.
If your players are so dumb they can't buy rations, like, just kill them off.
Or just like, can they not go out and find an animal? You know what I mean? They'll be.
Well, you guys can't pick berry. You can't be a little berry picker and pick berry.
You don't want to be berry picker. I don't think I'm going to even mention that word there, the one underneath starvation, because whenever I did a video a while back.
Yes, and mirrorism. Mirrorism.
Yeah. Mirrorism, yeah, and it was like a meme video and it was one of the first videos I ever made. And then I got a warning from YouTube, and they said, this is like a glorifying mirrorism. And I was like, no, it's not. It's a joke. And they're like, yeah, no, it is. And then after like a month, they then reverted. But by that point, the damages were already done.
But the thing is, the players are usually the mirrorists, really. Usually the players are committing mirrorism.
I mean, like, pretty much, yeah. Like, that's what what is an like, if an adventuring group existed today in our world, it would either be called a gang or a
cult.
Mirrors. Yeah, a cult would actually be
or a mirror cell, I guess,
Yeah, a mirror cell would probably be the closest that an adventuring group in this day and age
you calling it
be.
mirrors? It's too funny.
Well, that's probably the only word we can use.
Mirrorism, yes.
You know what? Actually, a game would actually be kind of fun playing as mirrorists. Like,
so, I mean, technically, the Skeleton Party were mirrorists, technically, if you want to get down to it. They're, technically raiding farms and interrupting, like, the economy.
well, they weren't doing it for, like, an agenda, though. They weren't using it to, like, they were just using it for more survival.
Those green techs are really cleaned up, brother. Trust me, they're mirrorists.
All right, okay, if you say so. Your RPG checklist is trash. Whoever made this is trash. They need.
And if you use this, if you use this unironically, you are trash. Like, I don't care how nice a person you are or what mental lapse you have in your brain. If you use this, you're trash, and you should just stop.
I think
stairs and gatekeeping, you are trash.
But I think I understand why these things have been gaining. Well, it's also like an agenda.
Danger hairs.
Yeah, danger hairs. Absolute subversion. It is absolute subversion, to say the least. But I think, honestly, a lot of the time it comes down to a lot of people that are attracted to role-playing games also tend to not be the most sociable people, and like, do you have a really hard time being
sociable?
You're sociable. I don't know. I'm pretty antisocial, to be honest with you. Like,
I hate people.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty antisocial. Not gonna lie. I would say I'm more antisocial than most people, which is weird. I always find it funny whenever I talk to people. It's like, yeah, I've probably got one of the most sociable jobs known to man, like doing YouTube, but I'm really antisocial.
So you're like, I like internet people, I hate real people.
Well, you see, this is one of my biggest problems that I've got. Like, everyone that I meet, like RLL, thinks I'm a big nerd, and everyone that I talk to
just a big nerd.
Yeah, they all say, "Oh, James is such a neckbeard," and then whenever it comes to people online, it's like, "Oh, James is like an absolute normie." What's he doing? Like,
I can't please you people. What do you want from me?
Yeah, like, it's just I'm just destined to never be able to fit in anywhere. Screw you guys. I just want to play role playing.
I just want to fit in. Ooh, please like me.
Yeah, please. But yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end it. Honestly, this stuff's absolutely ridiculous.
It is.
I don't even want to play. You know what? I feel like I'm beating a dead horse at this point. But then again, we literally have recorded this video twice at this point. I'm not doing it a third time. I don't care. We're not recording this. Yeah. Honestly, what is there to say that hasn't already been said about this stuff? It's just
I'll go sum this up, and I think we both agree that if you are a player or a DM who even like accepts this or like humors this, stop it, get out, because you like, I know, because like, you're trying to gatekeep. Yeah, you're not wanted here. Like, just
yeah, pretty much.
You are a trash person, and you should just go back to playing My Little Pony Adventure RPG and leave us alone.
Apparently, that's good. I'm not taking the piss. I am not making this up. But I've heard from people that have played it. But of course, people that have actually played it are 100% balloonies in disguise. They've actually told me that the My Little Pony role-playing game is actually not bad.
If you actually enjoy that game, you're probably a map.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's probably actually.
And maps go in the wood chipper.
Yeah, he's actually like, let's be serious. He's actually going to be like, you know what? Out of all the RPGs I can play,
I want to play My Little Pony.
It's like,
all right,
everything you could have done, anything else, anything. Really,
oh my gosh.
Really, is this what we're going for? But yeah, this is trash. Everything that we've said could be applied to X cards. This is literally X cards too. The only time I've ever experienced anything even remotely close to this was I went to a game store. It was an open session night sort of thing. It was more like they were trying to get like multiplayer or whatever, and I just showed up, sort of thing. It was whenever COVID was just ending. You know what I mean? I was
just like, hacking at the lungs.
Well, I haven't played role playing games in so long. Like IRL, I was like, you know what? Let's just go for it. So I showed up, and the guy that was running it pretty much went through everyone's like, look, guys, if there's anything you guys feel comfortable with, just let us know, and we can work around it or whatever.
I tell my players this: if anything during our game that you feel uncomfortable with, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
that's literally like my rules. I do not care. Shut the fuck up, roll the dice. That's how it should be.
But the only
damn it,
it is what it should be. But again, like if you're playing with randomers, I suppose, and it's in a game store, it's like I get it. I suppose I get it. If you're playing with randomers, but even then, like I would say, if you're playing with games, try and find.
If you play with randos, haze them so hard.
Yeah, yeah.
I will haze the cancer out of your body.
Yeah, but yeah, look, I think that's where we're gonna love yous and leave yous. We're recording this on the
23rd,
Christmas Eve. I suppose.
Eve.
I don't know when.
Eve.
I don't know what. I don't know when this video will be up. If you guys had a good
Christmas Eve in it.
Also, I think there might be a sale on our store at this point. I don't know. I haven't worked it out yet. I'm thinking we're going to do a sale from like Christmas Day to like the second week of January or so. I don't know exactly how much. It'll be on screen. I'm thinking like 30, 35. Yeah, by 35, I'm thinking.
And also, tell you, listeners, if you want to own the Wokies, buy my book, buy his models, because they fucking hate us.
Yeah, they really do. I'm actually, like, the thing is, I really just don't get where the hatred comes from, though. It's
jealousy.
Like, what have I done?
They have so much testosterone. I hate them. They're the worst.
I think that's the only time I get that. I think jealousy, is more from, like...
drink the soy...
I think I only get that whenever people call
I've
me
had way too much cough medicine. Oh my god! Get me off this fucking microphone before I say something else.
Right? Okay. Let's wrap up then. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Bye-bye.
Check out Garbu's channel. Check out the links down below. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.